Hey, what's up YouTube? I wanted to make a long format video about my latest project for my cybersecurity test range, my home lab, and my local hosting of AI. Uh, Basically, the goal is to facilitate autonomous development, cybersecurity research on potentially new common vulnerabilities and exposures, get my name associated with a CVE, and design a drone. So this is node number 1, RTX 3060 12 gigabyte with a 10 gigabit NIC. So network interface card, NIC 10 gigabit will be enough to shuttle the steady continuous flow of tensors across different nodes. This is node number 2, RTX 3060 12 gigabyte again, and I'm trying to incorporate cooling on the NIC because the heat from the NIC is significant from what I understand. I'm all new to this, so thermal management in this room in the office will be something I need to do probably most out of all this. I've got, home AC running off of solar panels on the roof. So during the summer, this will probably be energy positive, but still designing with efficiency in mind because these RTX 3060 cards only pull, 160, 180 watts. So altogether, you're looking at 250, 500, 750, 5 nodes pulls 1250. So I've got 5 RTX 3060 12 gigabyte cards. I've got 10 gigabit NICs installed in most of them. They're diverse CPU architecture, but it's all AMD. That's a 5600X with 32 gigabytes DDR4. That's a 3600, 32 gigabytes DDR4. That's a 9600X, 32 gigabytes DDR5. That's 9600X, 16 gigabytes DDR5. And that's 9600X, 16 gigabytes DDR5. So I've got to install the 10 gigabit NIC in this node here. And these things are like 28 bucks on Amazon. So yeah, super straightforward, and take some notes and you can design this sort of system in your head. I've got the lead computer being a 5070 Ti 16, and so this will be node number 6. So altogether I've got 5 RTX 3060 12 gigabyte cards and PCs talking to each other with 10 gigabit network interface cards and being orchestrated by this one. The Blackwell GPU architecture will be exponentially faster, so with 16 gigabytes VRAM plus faster architecture, this will be the leader. It'll do most of the work, and then these will pick up the tensor flow auxiliary. I don't know how to talk about this stuff. I understand it in my head pretty well, but yeah, making a video because I want to know your feedback here. If you're familiar with this sort of work, it's all going through a CRS309. The CRS309 has 8 ports, so I can expand to 2 more. I can incorporate this 5060 Ti 16 computer here. 5060 Ti 16 would go well with the other Blackwell architecture, and the motherboard does have the slot for it, as you can see there. So it'll be interesting to get 6 RTX 3060 12 gigabytes up and running here. I do have another node with RTX 3060 12 gigabytes, that one right there, but the motherboard will not accept a 10 gigabyte NIC. So I've got to do some motherboard shuffling or something, case swap, and then I can have 6 RTX 3060 12GB cards on this cluster with 2 50 series cards for a total of like 120 gigabytes of VRAM. So right now, as it stands, it'll be 92 gigabytes of VRAM, and the goal is, like I said, cybersecurity research, running a whole red team, blue team, and purple team, simulating attacks and IEM. So that will be part of it, so that I can get some quote-unquote real-world cybersecurity experience, and then also autonomous development, because drone design is something I've always wanted to get into, and with the DARPA Lift Challenge, I have a lot of ideas. Even if they don't hold another DARPA Lift Challenge, I'm going to be using this for autonomous development, topology optimization, and deep learning. Reinforcement learning for flight controllers, and physics models using deep learning surrogate physics models hosting. So a bunch of big words that I understand in the abstract only, and here I am putting theory into practice. Again, thermal management will be the biggest thing here, because I've got a ceiling fan, I've got home air AC, I bought a little can fan so I can put the can fan up in the corner and exhaust air out. But yeah, let me know what you think. This is the Dutton-Topper Devices home office cyber test range cluster. To those of you who are rather retentive about your cable management and clutter, I'm sure this will be a different type of cluster, but you know, if there's ever a burglary or something, I just tackle them in here, and they're immediately wrapped up in cables, and I can just tie some together and they're stuck. So it's my theft deterrent also. Thanks for watching.